which I am not, unfortunately, so yeah, that sucks. But if you guys have any recommendations, I'd love to hear them, because I need them, so. Anyway, today my hair did not want to cooperate with me. Like I said, I don't normally have my bangs in front of my hair, like, in front of my face like this, like, and I'm not usually fluffed out like this either. Normally they're kind of like majority to the side, right? And so, for some reason, my hair did not want to part like this. I had to take some of the buns from the back and flip it over the front for it to stay down. Because, you know, like fluffy, dry hair, it's very hard to keep in the right place. Because it's not heavy and it likes to just do what it wants, so. Plus, I got kind of short hair. I mean, the back ends are like longer, and then the front ends are shorter, obviously. Like I said in the other video, I think I did want the ends to be like shorter, but I got longer. Which I guess is probably better because I'm pretty sure one of my teachers thinks I am trans. I'm quite sure because she only puts me in groups of guys, which is interesting. I mean, like, I could correct her, but at the same time, my goal for this year, I have a few goals, and one of those is to be more comfortable around guys, because I basically have no guy friends. I have friends from other friends, but they're not, like, directly my friends, except for, I think, like, two. I have, like, two friends that are guys, and I have made it a goal for me to, like, you know, be more comfortable around guys, because since I haven't really hung out with very many, I get very, like, uncomfortable around them so easily. And I decided, you know what, I gotta step out of my comfort zone a little bit this year, so I'm trying to break old habits. Like, I am a picker, so if ever I get, like, bored or anxious or whatever, I just start, like, picking at my skin, and that's not good. Bad habit, guys. So, I gotta get rid of my habits. Got to get more comfortable around guys, because, you know, over half the population is guys, so maybe I should get a little used to that. Also make more friends and be more friendly. Yeah, that's very self-explanatory, guys. I need to be more friendly. I cannot stay in my little circle, because I'm not one to like sharing. That's another thing I had to learn how to share. I am not one to share. I don't know why. I have siblings. It's not like I've never shared anything. It's just, I mean, I sort of sometimes take things pretty literally, I guess. I don't know how to put it, but so I think that things should be fair a lot of the time. So, like, I guess when I was younger, my siblings took a lot of my things, but then I couldn't use their things. So now I do not like anyone using my things, because when I was younger, I'd like to think of myself as a nicer kid back then, okay? Because I personally was like a very, very people pleaser person, okay? So, like, I would not stand up to my older sister. And obviously that made her feel like she could just walk all over me. So sister decided she was a kid, but still, she decided it was a bright idea. We had this candle that she wanted to put out, and she decided that it was a bright idea to use it to put it out by like suffocating the fire with it. I told her so many times not to do it. It's gonna pop. It's gonna pop. Don't do it. Don't do it. And guess what she did? She's like, oh no, it's fine. It's fine. It won't pop. I promise. And then it broke. I'm pretty sure she did not say sorry then either. I mean, my sister was a decent sister, but like, come on, man. She was not very good at being mindful of other people's things. And then she would never let me use any of her stuff. But she would just take mine. The only time she would ever like give me my stuff, give me her stuff, was if she accidentally hurt me and didn't want me to tell mom. Like so many times if ever I got hurt. And of course I'm a people pleaser, so I didn't want to tell on her. So I kind of just like took the bribe. Because I felt bad, because I don't think that she deserved to get in trouble. So so yeah, I'm like really bad at sharing. You know what I really hate? Like, I feel like adults oftentimes will think, oh well, if it's only verbal, it's not really bullying, it has to be physical, like back in my day, you know, blah blah blah. Because my stepdad and like mom and stuff, everyone always like, they're like, but were you really bullied? Because he never told us. Obviously, what kid tells, like, most of the time parents only find out because of a slip up or if they find a bruise or something. Like, if someone's getting bullied, it's highly unlikely that they'll actually tell somebody. So most of the time people find out by accident, and that's for a reason. You know, if you're being bullied, one, you're either too ashamed to say it, or you're too scared, or you're a people pleaser, and that's, I guess, scared, but like as a kid, I think everyone was bullied, you know, it's just something, but like, that way they're like, oh, but they didn't actually hit you, they didn't actually do, that doesn't matter, guys. Verbal abuse is still abuse, okay? It's not even just, oh, someone said something to make you upset. No, someone is like actually targeting you and saying all these hurtful, mean things to you constantly and harassing you and following you around and blah blah blah, like that. Yeah, that's still bullying, guys. If someone's targeting you and being rude and like purposely trying to make you upset, I call that bullying. And it kind of sucks that people don't actually care. I always hate when schools are like, oh, yeah, we don't tolerate bullying here. If you're being bullied, tell a parent, tell one of the teachers, tell somebody, you know, tell an adult. But when we tell an adult, guess what happens? Absolutely freaking nothing. It's so stupid. Like, whenever, like, I personally, bullies don't go after me as often because I'm the type that ignores them until they go away. I'm really good at ignoring people because I've been doing it for so many years. Like, I'll always have my headphones on. Over half the time, I will hear someone talking. I'll just ignore them. Like, because I have my headphones, I can pretend I can hear them, you know? And normally it's not my friends, it's just random people trying to talk to me about something stupid, and I'm just like, okay, no, I'm not answering your stupid question. I don't even know you, like. But yeah, so I personally haven't gotten that much, like, bullied, not targeted anyway, in a long time, because I kind of just keep my eyes straight forward and kind of ignore everyone. So bullies get bored of me really quick. My friends, however, are like different. I guess it's not so much of a thing anymore because people are so used to it, but a lot of my friends aren't straight, and they make that very known, kind of. I don't have any gay guy friends, but I do have like a lot of bi and pans. I stop myself from saying poly. I always mix those two up. honestly, that's just making the bullies want to bully them more. And I try to explain that to them, but they don't understand, which I guess I can't really tell them how to feel, so I mean, everyone deals with it differently, but I really hate how schools tell you that, and then they just do not help at all. Now you're just labeled as the snitch, like, and adults just think that, oh, well, since back in our day it was abuse, like, it was actual physical harm that was happening to us, that's bullying. So you're little feeling like you don't want to live anymore because of what they said, the harassment every day, like, things like that, like, it doesn't make it any less, like, yeah, maybe your life sucked a little bit more, but, like, to them, it's like pain tolerance, right? Oh, sorry. If you aren't used to pain, like, you barely get hurt, like, I'm a safe person. So when I get a small pain, it hurts so bad, that's all I can focus on, right? But then, for, like, other people that get hurt a lot, it doesn't seem like much to them. So if you think about it, back then, they were abused aggressively. And to them, that meant a lot, obviously, right? But here, if you're being only abused verbally, it still feels really important, especially to a kid. That still hurts really, really bad. Some could argue mental and, like, emotional abuse is even worse than physical. I mean, I guess physical does play into mental too, because, it scars you, but, like, I can't remember half my childhood, like, anything below, I think, 5th/4th grade. I cannot remember. I have the worst memory, especially of that time. Some say that I blocked it out because of trauma, which is very possible, but also I have bad memory. Anyway, but I do have a fear of guys now, and I have a few theories on how that happened. But, like, I just naturally, if someone is, like, taller than me, I naturally feel, like, really uncomfortable, and I just do not want to be around them. Which might be a normal reaction, but I don't know. It's like a strong urge to flee. But, yeah. So sometimes, I don't know where I started with that. I just keep drifting off. I get too passionate about one subject and I forget where the roots were. Talking about bullying and stuff. Anyway, yeah, so I don't remember a lot of my life. Like, actually, I don't remember over half of my life, so that's great. But yeah, it's like not fair to just totally tell someone, oh, well, just because yours doesn't seem as important to me, it's just not as important, You're fine, you're not dealing with something as bad as we used to. Like, to you, it may not seem like a lot because you've been through worse, but to them, it seems like a lot because they're living it, It's like looking back in time at, like, a situation, like, I don't know, a tragedy, like, to you, it may not seem as bad because you're not living in it. But to them, it could mean their whole world crashing, but to you, it could just be, another second on a screen. Like, it's different for everybody. It's all about perspective, guys. How did I get from, like, yearly goals to this? I don't know, guys. I'm just trying to ramble, Yeah. But, I don't know, it just really bothers me when teachers say that you can talk to them and then they're a safe place, and then they literally say that they're going to talk to the kid, and then they do nothing. Half the time they don't even talk to them, and when they do, you think that the kid's going to act like that in front of you. They act totally different in front of teachers, like, what's the point of that? Dude, I remember I had this one so I was really, really, really wanting affection from, like, somebody that wasn't involved in my home life, you know? Like, I had people in my home life that I, like, really loved and had affection from, but, like, I don't know, when you're in a situation, it's better to find someone that's out of the situation, because it feels more like you're free, you know? Like, you're not in that isolated spot where you can only bond over the problems, and, like, they're only doing it to comfort you from the problems, you know? It's different. They don't know what's going on at home. It's a kid, that's my age, right? Anyway, so she was my best friend and my only friend, because all I wanted was one good friend. I just wanted to cling to her. I'm a very clingy person, guys. I stop myself, as I said in other videos, I stop myself from being clingy. But naturally, I am like, I would say it's kind of pathetic how desperate I am for affection sometimes. I think it's like when you don't heal your inner child, it kind of like, you know, like, it affects you in your later life. So, like, whatever you didn't get as a child, it's likely that you're gonna be obsessed with as an adult or a teenager or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I had this friend, and so for years and years, she was my only friend, right? I think up to like second or third grade. That's how long we were like. She was my only friend, and then I found two other friends. And one of them was one of the snitches I hated, because we used to go in a place that we weren't supposed to, even though it was literally in the same property, like, as the school. But they told us we couldn't go in. It wasn't even in the forest. It was like under a tree. Like, what? Anyway, and so then, of course, the most popular girl in the class, you know, the one that made friends with literally everybody except for me, obviously. Made friends with everybody. And again, this is my perspective, and as someone that is very clingy and wants someone to themselves, as I said, I'm bad at sharing. Because I have fear of abandonment, obviously, so, like, I don't want to share a friend, okay? I'm worried they're gonna leave me for a good reason. Because this one taught me it, okay? So, guess what happened? That girl decided she's gonna be friends with my friend. Because my friend's the cool kid that's really athletic and blah 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 blah, right? And so she stole her. And again, this is my perspective. It may not be completely correct, but I remember her bullying me to the point of crying almost every day. So now not only was my home life crap, so was my school life, which is amazing. And again, to me, it seemed like a big deal, especially as a kid. To other people's looking at, if I described it like in more depth, it wouldn't seem like a lot, because I mean, it could have been worse. I mean, I don't remember all of it, but it could have been worse, probably. Like, I don't think it was, other than like, yes, spanking and like punishment that are kind of normal for children, like, I don't know, getting smacked, I don't know. Anyway, but like, I didn't get abused. I do know I got emotionally abused though. Dude, my sister's dad sucked. Anyway, so, so I was friends with her for a long time, and then the one that wanted to be my friend's friend was crappy and a jerk to me, trying to steal her away. And I saw her the villain for so long. And then, you know, she ended up winning, which is just great. I do remember, though, tapping into the, bullying the teacher thingy part, right? She and she wanted to be friends with both of us, which I definitely didn't like, because, you know, I can share, but, like, I don't want her around me, you know, I don't like hanging out with her. So, it kind of like, there's two recesses, right? This is the morning and the afternoon one. She's like, okay, well, maybe you could decide, you know, like the girl that was my friend. She told her that she could decide which recess each of us would get. So she spent one recess with one of us, one recess with the other, right? Which is so messed up. I only had her as a friend. That was so bad, dude. Luckily, I think short after that, I met two other friends, but still, like, for so long, I just sat on the swing set by myself, like, wow, abandonment. But, and so she did that, and she decided that the bigger recess would go to the other girl, and then I got the smaller one. Her reasoning, guess what? You ride the bus home with me, so I get more time with you. Yeah, but, like, I was here first. That's another thing. I think that, like, a lot of rules are first come, first serve, so if they were there first, they should get it, you know? Like, I was here first. I was your friend first. You'd think that my friendship would mean more than someone that's brand new. Anyway, looking back at it, guess what my counselor told me? I had a counselor for a little bit, and then I quit because she went on maternity leave, and I was not happy with her because she was not really helping me. I get this how it works, but I would tell her my problems, and every, like, 5 seconds she would interrupt me and, like, kind of make me feel, she's like, okay, but see their side of it. I physically cannot not see their side of it. I understand that there's another side to the story, and all I see is that, okay? I get it, I'm a people pleaser. I understand that they suck. Like, their life sucks too, okay? My life sucks, their life sucks. I get it, but it doesn't excuse the things, okay? Anyway, crap, I lost it again. The counselor, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I found out that, she said that, of course it's a she, because I was obviously more nervous around guys. I'm getting better now, but I don't know, I still don't like tall people. If they're too tall, I get nervous, but I think that's probably all short people. I'm not even that short. I'm like 5'3" or 5'4", I forgot. My parents say that I'm still gonna grow, but I don't think I am. I haven't changed that much at all. I don't think. I've been this way for like 3 years. I don't think I'm growing, guys. Anyway, she said that, well, your friend chose to choose the other girl. And you know how upset I was after that. For so many years I spent hating her. Only to realize, oh wait, you're right. She did choose the other girl. And I do get that over the summer, from when we switched from elementary to middle school, she was sending me letters, and I was not sending them back. Little kid me did not think that that would be a problem. Except, you know, she made new friends. She's the athletic, ambitious type, and I'm not. I only took soccer lessons because she really liked soccer. I only liked reading because she liked reading, and I only cut my hair short because she cut her hair short. I mean, my hairstyle is different now. I used to have it up to like here and no bangs. It was so bad, guys. Anyway, I changed a lot of myself to be like her. I even liked wolves because of her. Literally, I was completely built around her. Because that's how badly I wanted affection from another human being. And, you know, that didn't work out very well. I still lost. I'm glad I had those two friends, though. They're great friends. I'm kind of bummed, though, because now that we're in high school, and after a while of being in high school, I've realized, you know, they make new friends, too. And honestly, to be honest, in middle school, I was super upset with them, because they were making new friends, and obviously, I just got out of relationship with the other friend, that, she was making friends with other people, and then they stole her from me. So obviously I have even more abandonment issues now, and then, they make new friends, and obviously I hate them for a while, and then they become my friends, and then over my middle school years, I got better at socializing and sharing friends, but then I quickly built a resistance, so now I can't trust anybody. Not to mention the two situations in between that time where I could not handle. Sorry, I was just hearing sounds. I had two guy friends in the past. Actually, I had four of them. Two of them were brothers, and they moved away and left. But okay, before that though, I had one friend, and he was, I guess, not my first love. It was elementary school, so we're kids, right? And I had a crush on him, and he was on my bus, and we talked a lot, right? And then guess what? He moved away without even telling me. I learned the day of that he was leaving, only because I overheard him and a teacher talking. That was delightful. I cried at lunch in front of all my friends. Yeah, that was great. That was so great, guys. So he moves away, which, great way to find out, right? Yeah. And, I didn't even tell you guys. Remember the girl from before, right? My friend that was in elementary school, my only friend, right? She also moved away, telling me the week before the end of the year. So that sparked my abandonment issues, and then he further deepened it. And then after that, in middle school, I had a crush, and he also did not work out, but that's because I was so mentally unstable from before, and I just really wanted attention, but then I kept feeling like I had to reject them, and I have to push them away because I was hurting, and I could not regulate my emotions, and I just wanted someone to actually ask me if I was okay, and actually want an answer, not just to say it as like, oh, are you okay? No, I wanted them to care. I wanted them to actually listen, Anyway, and so he kind of just cut things off with me because we weren't dating, but we were hanging out, and we admitted we both had crushes for each other and stuff like that. And so that didn't work out either. That's great. And now we pretend like each other don't exist. So, all my abandonment issues, I think, are three people. So, now I have this need to not get too close to anybody, so as soon as I feel like I'm getting too close, I back off and act like I don't care. I do want people connection, like everyone else. It's just, it doesn't work out. Once you failed enough times, I feel like it's kind of your sign just to maybe take a break. I don't know. Don't take my advice though. If it's not working, you're supposed to find better people, surround yourself with better people. But honestly, after all my years, I have found that I cannot find someone that's actually willing to stick around and actually so easily. And then my parents are like, oh, why are you running away? You're always running away. I know we're not even having that bad of a conversation. It's literally just talking about something a little bit serious. But I break down. My throat feels like it's swelling, and then I just like cry. And it's like over nothing. I can't help it, guys. I don't know why it happens. I just cannot handle it. Also, I might have also told you this, but in the mornings I also have I think it's a stress thing, because the more I think about it, the more it happens. But I have stomach issues in the morning. But mostly it only really ever happens before school. Which is weird, because I think I've come to terms with the fact that I actually really, really like school now. I used to hate it. Oh no, I used to like it, but then people kept telling me that they hate it. And so wanting to be with the crowd, I told myself I hated it, and then I eventually did. But then I spent the last summer, found myself doing absolutely nothing as always, and I really realized that I really, really hate being alone. And I hate not having anything to do and just constantly not knowing what to do. I'm an indecisive person. So if you give me too much time and too many options, I'm gonna shut down, man. I can't do it. So yeah, so I decided, I actually like school. I get to be around people, I get to talk to my friends, I get to socialize, and it's not even too much. Because in middle school, I felt like I had too much socializing, because it was just, it was overwhelming, because we had too much time together. But now, I have a comfortable amount of socializing, and I kind of like my classes, for now, right? I mean, there's some times where I really don't like them, but for somehow, for some reason, and somehow, I have all A's for now. So, that's a plus. I'm actually doing decent in school. I think I'm doing, actually, I don't even study or anything, but I think I'm doing a really good job at balancing everything. And I find I'm actually more happy and more fulfilled when I have something to do. So school kind of fills the void, but I wouldn't be there otherwise. Plus, I've become really numb over the last few years because of all that's happened, and I kind of just, you expect it at this point, it's, not as bad, but actually, I haven't had a meltdown ever. You ever have, those times where it's just, you just suddenly have a meltdown? I don't know if it's because I'm a girl or something, and the hormones or whatever, and I guess maybe it's because I'm done with, I guess puberty is slowing down for me, so I'm probably less emotional. Maybe that's why I was super emotional before. But I've been chilling, dude. I don't know why. I just feel like I have not felt depressed. I have felt down, but I have not cried hard in a long time. I think maybe the last time I did was over one of those stupid arguments. That wasn't even an argument. It's when they talk strict to me, when an adult talks strict to me. My throat swells up and I cry. I can't help it. And I think that might be also something from the past. Like I said, my sister's father was a jerk. He was terrible, guys. I don't think he did anything physically, but I do know he showed very strong favoritism, and he really hated me because I apparently was not his daughter. Which is great, guys. I didn't even know that's how I was going there. And being mistreated for quite a long time, which was fun, as you can imagine, as a small child. Oh, but then we got our dog. I don't know where on the timeline, but I was around 7. And she's the cutest thing. I would show her on the camera, but I don't think you're supposed to show your animals. Plus, I think her patterns are pretty distinct-ish. She's like a pit mix or something. But I don't actually know what she's mixed with. I think she might be part lab, but I'm not a dog because I've seen their faces multiple times and constantly. I don't know what it is, but if anyone looks remotely the same, I will mistake them from every freaking time. Okay, I cannot. And it's not always just their name, it's just like them themselves. Like, I literally, like, this last week, I met a girl in class, right? And she is a nice girl, she's funny, you know, she was in my science class. And for the last 4 days, I've been trying to figure out if she is the girl from my choir class. I have tried so hard, guys. And I cannot figure it out, you know, and I finally, like, focused on her outfit. And then I realized, okay, well, actually, this girl has some, like, marks on her face that are, like, not, like she has acne, right? Like, she has a few, like, marks on her face, which are pretty, like, different than everyone else's, obviously, so I focused on the girl in my choir's face, and I'm like, she doesn't, and her face is, like, rounder than I think it's supposed to be. Literally, for the last week, I've struggled so bad trying to figure it out, and I was like, I swear it's her, no one doesn't look right, but then, because their hair is similar, and then that made their face look exactly the same. I don't know why. Like, the more I saw her face, like, the girl from my class, the more I saw her face, the more I could realize that, oh wait, they're two different people. And so I literally told her today, I'm like, do you have, like, a sister? It's just like, no, I have a brother though. I almost said a son. I have a brother though, and I'm like, oh, because I could have swore you were in my choir class, and she's like, no, I'm like in band. I think that's what she said, I forgot. I'm like, oh, that's great, because I was trying to figure out who that was, yeah. And then I also mentioned that, like, when my mom picked me up one day, that I said hi to her, and she ignored me, and I thought that was really rude. And I didn't know if she could hear me, but I was, like, joking around, you know. And she's like, oh yeah, that probably wasn't me. And I'm like, yeah, I'm getting that now. Yeah, so apparently I already knew that, but I'm really, really bad at face recognition. So, another thing about me. So if they have even remotely similar face structure, it's gone, guys, it's done. Or hair is the same thing. I don't know how bad it is for everyone else, but for me, jeez. And that's even with my glasses, guys. Without my glasses, I'm nearsighted. That's what they're called, right? And so anyone that's like, or anything that's detailed, that's a little bit farther away, so it's like within like 5 feet and like past that, right? I cannot see textures. I cannot see details. I can see colors, shadows, and like, it's like not super blurry. It's not like you're looking through anything like super foggy that everything just blurs together. No, it's like frost, you know, you can see, but like a little clearer. You can see everything. It's just like, you can't see like anything small. So, reading on the screen is super hard for me, even if I'm in the front row. Like, reading is, especially like numbers and letters and stuff like that, that kind of relies on like details just a little bit, and I cannot see. Textures I also cannot see. But also faces I cannot see. So if there are certain distance from me, their face blurs together, which was amazing because my sister and my mom look very similar. So imagine my struggle when I didn't have glasses. And from afar, from literally like 5 feet, I would get that far before realizing, and they wore similar things too, so like I could not tell the difference between the two. I'd have to literally be like within like 4 or 3 feet of them to be able to tell, or I'd have to squint really, really, really hard. can't just trauma dump on a friend. That's not how it works. That's just gonna overwhelm them. I hate putting the load on everyone else, you know? Like, I don't want them to feel the way I feel, you know? Like, I'm a people pleaser, like I said many times, so to me, my problems aren't as important as theirs. Which is weird, because it's not always true. Like, 1 minute I'll, like, care more about them than me in a heartbeat. And then in the next, I literally do not care whatsoever, and it's so weird to me. I don't know if it's just, like, mood swings or whatever, but sorry, I've been cracking my knuckles, I can't help it. I don't know, guys, I have a weird mental state. Sometimes I'm super empathetic, and, like, sometimes I'm just, like, I literally could care less. Like, I just have no empathy whatsoever, and then other times I feel too much. Oh, also, I know I just keep going, but also, whenever somebody gangs up on another person, so if someone's like, oh, well, they're a really, really bad person because they did this and this and this, I automatically, my stupid side of me that's just like, oh, but like, they're like, they've had trauma, like, I just immediately, if somebody says too many negative things about somebody, or something, I want to counteract it with something else, you know, because I'm so indecisive that I cannot pick a side, and I have this instinct, because I hate popular kids, and, like, people that have too much attention, I don't give them attention. I'd rather give the attention to the people that don't have enough, you know, because that's the type of person, whoa, the type of person I am. I don't know what you call that, but, so let's say I see someone surrounded by people, I'm not gonna go over to them, I'm gonna go to the people that don't have anybody, you know, because that's how I feel, that's what I do. So if somebody is aggressively going against one person, I think, oh, but their side of things, like, even if I don't want to, I'm like, I don't agree with that side, but I can't just say, oh, I'm fully on this side, you know. Plus, I surprise myself with how much passion I have about the earth sometimes. Like, in history, we do, like, a bunch of, you know, random assignments, and, part of that is, like, essays and stuff, and you have to write stuff about different subjects. Being very vague, I don't know. And, like, sometimes I'll just, like, or in science, sometimes I'll just be, like, randomly, like, really against the people going against the environment. I'm like, but these people suck because they are killing the environment. Or, you know, but all these endangered species, blah, 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 you know. And it's weird because I don't normally care, but then all of a sudden, when the evidence is presented in my face and everyone's like, oh, but no, because this is better because it gives us this and that and that. And then I automatically feel like, but wait, guys, you guys are only caring about yourselves. Because guess what's being affected that you guys don't seem to notice? Like, yeah, you're getting this, and this out of what you're doing, but you don't care that it's literally making animals go extinct, or it's literally polluting the air even more and killing everything around it. Like, it baffles me sometimes that people don't actually think about those things. Like, sometimes they do. Kudos to you if you do, but, like, and I'm not even, like, a vegan or anything like that, I'm not vegetarian. I don't think that you should cut anything out of your diet, you know, unless it's for medical reasons. I think, you know, it's kind of important for most everything that you consume, but at the same time, I do not believe in humans being so greedy that they need to unnaturally take from the environment. Like, take for instance, like what they're extracting from the earth, things that are non-renewable, which means that they are things that cannot, like, be made again within a ways that hurt the environment. And they're just taking and taking and taking in an unnatural way just to make our lives easier. Like, cars. That's just because we're lazy and that we need, like, and there's like so many people use it. If we used bikes more regularly, you know how much less damaging to the environment that would be. Like, yeah, there'd be more bikes and more repairs and stuff, but that's so much less waste, I swear. But anyway, I'm not that much of an environmentalist until you bring into the equation all that crap that people do just because they feel like, oh, but we're important, No, guys. To me, even though I'm a human and I do care for other humans and I do think that humans aren't the worst, to be fair, I strongly believe that we are the worst parasites and invasive species of them all. Think about it. All we're doing is multiplying and taking from the earth. So, when somebody's like, oh, but this is good for us, and, taking the oil from the ground is important, and it's important to, our everyday lives, yes, but you guys can fix that. Think about it, guys. You do not need lights all the time. Like, if we really all went off the grid, like we all just stopped using electronics, I can guarantee you that it would not be that bad. Like, yes, it would be hard to adjust, but honestly, going with the sunlight isn't that, like, all that, like, lights especially, like, half the time people just have lights on in a completely lit room. That annoys the crap out of me. We're just wasting electricity, guys. Like, if your windows are up, like your windows are open, there's enough light coming in, and it's enough to see everything. I do not believe you need lights on. I really hate when my, siblings do that, and when my mom or father does that. It's like, guys, it's not that hard to turn off the light. Or anything, like, it's just, there's enough light, I don't know, I'm very passionate about the stupidest things, but, yeah, so, I'm not that person that if someone leans one way, I have to lean both ways. I can't pick a side. Like, yeah, if I don't think too much into it, I can pick a side. But if I actually have an interest, or, they ask enough probing questions, then I'm just gonna let it all out, I'm just gonna be like, okay, but this side is like this, but, so, like, yeah, it is important on the human side and at the present time, but back then, or to the animals, or to the environment, you're just kicking people off their land, you're just tearing up land, and you're damaging the soil forever, and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I get it, it's important for our survival, or maybe it's not so important, it's just, we've become so dependent that it is literally killing the planet. Like, I just feel like humans act so high and mighty, but really we're just like an invasive species. It's like the world keeps trying to put us out, by using diseases, like a spray, using, avalanches and all, like, the natural disasters. It's like, our population should kind of stay down. Maybe this is the world telling us, slow down, guys, because you're literally killing us all at once. Like, I don't know, everyone has their opinions. I just think that humans need to take a step off their high horses and just maybe consider that there are in fact other beings in this world that were here before us, and that we kinda need to respect that we're not all that much, like, we are important. Our lives also do matter, but so do nature's. So maybe be a little bit mindful sides, so just make sure